Hey guys, it's David here with the Green-Walled Treehouse. Today, let me tell you a story about a fisherman and his wife. So, this couple lives in a rundown little house by the ocean. Every day, the man goes out fishing. He uses a fishing rod too, which is probably one reason why he's poor, since you can only catch one fish at a time. But anyway, so he's out there fishing one day and he catches a flounder, like a really big one. He pulls it out and the fish starts talking to him. It says, "Hey, don't kill me, man. I'm not actually a fish. I'm actually a prince under a spell. I taste terrible, so it's no good eating me. Just be a sport and let me go, okay?" The fisherman's like, "Well, you're talking fish. You had me at don't kill me. Of course I'm not going to eat you." So he pulls out the hook and lets him go, and the fish takes off. So he goes back empty-handed, and his wife is furious. She's like, "What? Again? You didn't catch anything? Can we at least invest in a net?" And he's like, "Nah, I caught a fish, but it said it was an enchanted prince, so I let it go." She's like, "Did you at least wish for something?" The fisherman looks kind of confused. "No, was I supposed to?" Now she's really mad. "Really? A magic fish, and you don't think to wish for anything? Can you think of nothing that maybe we might need, like a new house or, I don't know, food? Look, go back, find the fish, and ask him for a new house. Bare minimum. He'll give us that. I just know it." The man just wants to relax, but he's like, "Why would he do that?" She's like, You spared his life. Now just go, hurry, before he gets away." The man's super tired, but he just wants to get his wife off his back, so he gets back in his boat and he goes out to the water. The water's a little choppy and it looks kind of weird yellow color, but whatever. He leans over and shouts, "Hey, Flounder, where you at? My wife made me come back here. She's mad that I didn't ask you for anything." The magic fish comes up and he's like, "What does she want?" "She wants, a new house?" "Yeah, sure," the fish says. "Done, no problem." The fish swims off. The man goes back and there's a new house. It's no mansion, but it's a step up, definitely. His wife shows him around all the rooms, and there's a little garden with animals and an apple tree. "See? Now this is more like it," she says. "Yeah, no kidding," the man says. "I guess we're set now. We can live contented." "Yeah," she says. "We'll see." They're good for about a week, until over supper one night the woman is like, "You know, I think it's actually a bit small for us. You should get the flounder to give us a castle." The man's like, "Are you crazy? Why would you want a castle?" "Get me a castle. I'm not joking," she says. "I just asked him for a house, and now we want a castle?" "It'll be fine," she says. "He'll be happy to do it for you." So he gets in the boat, and he goes out and finds the fish. He notices the water is kind of purple and gray and starting to look nasty, but he goes on anyway. "Hey, fish, it's me again. My wife wanted me to come and ask you for something else." The flounder comes right up right away, since apparently he has nothing better to do. "What does she want now?" "She, wants a castle?" He braces himself, but the fish just shrugs, which is impressive since he doesn't have any shoulders. But, "Yeah, sure, whatever," the fish says. "She's got a castle." The man looks back, and there it is, a castle right on the shore, since of course it would be clearly visible. Anyway, the wife's happy. It's a massive place with food and drink and treasure. It even comes with servants somehow, although who knows where they were before this or what they think of the whole arrangement. No one apparently asked them. So, okay, the man says, "Sweet. Fine, I guess we're set for life." "Yeah, set," the woman says, looking really thoughtful. This time doesn't take 2 weeks. The next day, they're eating breakfast in the breakfast nook or whatever, and the woman goes, "You know, since we already have a castle, we should be king." "We?" the man says. "I don't want to be king. That sounds like a hassle." "Fine, then I'll be king," the woman says. "Go find Flounder Boy and tell him to make me king." "Just go yourself," the man wants to say, but he's a bit afraid of his wife, so he takes the new jeweled rowboat that came with the castle and he goes out to find the fish again. The water is almost black now and smells like garbage. Hey, Mr. Flounder? Sir Fishy?" The fish comes up. "What does she want now?" "She wants to be king," the man says. "Sorry." "She wants to be king," the fish says. So, do you want to be queen? No, I don't want to be anything except maybe retired. Well, if you're married to the king, you have to be something, the fish says. Fine. Can you make her king and then also make a guy who can figure out all the title stuff without me having to do anything? Sure, whatever. He rolls his eyes, which is actually easier than you think because of the fish, and he's got him on the flounder, and he's there on both sides of his head. Anyway, he takes off. So the man goes back, and his wife is king. The guy who decides the titles comes up, and he decides that the man can be a royal consort, which means he doesn't have to do anything. So everybody's happy for about 10 minutes or so. That night at dinner, as they're watching their army practice outside the window, the man is like, "So, are you happy? You good now? Can I relax?" The woman replies, "I do like being king, but I was thinking, like, maybe I could be the emperor?" The man is speechless. You do know that a king and an emperor are basically the same, right? Like an emperor is just a king plus? Yeah, but that's what I want, she says. Can you go ask him? You go ask him, the man says. Get in one of your warships and go find the fish. You've got a navy now. Yeah, but I'm shy, his wife says. You are not, the man says. But he goes out anyway, and does it all again. The water's even worse, and the fish is a little bit more annoyed, but he does it, and the woman becomes emperor. Of course, this causes all kinds of political problems, so there are wars and stuff going on because of a sudden appearance of an emperor out of nowhere, but most of it's far away, so that's okay. This time, the wife seems okay for a while, but after a week, they're eating dinner. She puts down her fork. Okay, just one more, she says. I want to be pope. Have you even read the Bible, the man says? Why in the world would you want to? Because everyone listens to the pope, the woman shouts. There's only one pope, the man says. He's flabbergasted. Like he's talking to a child. Do you want to go to the Vatican, or do you want it to come to here? The woman looks down at her golden plate. Surprise me, she says. So by now, the water is basically a toxic waste dump. Honestly, it's been messing up the local economy a lot since all the fish are dying. Everybody blames the couple who's inexplicably rising in political rank all the time, but that's another wrinkle. So the magic fish is still hanging around for some reason. There's nothing above Emperor, the fish says as soon as he comes up. Pope, the man says. Pope, the fish says. Why? The man looks sheepish, looks at his fingernails. Because everyone listens to the Pope? You're all crazy, the fish says. But sure, you saved my life that one time, so I will make your wife the Pope. Does she know who the Dalai Lama is? No. Thank God, the fish says, and he swims away. So now the man's is the Pope's husband. Honestly, the woman isn't a great Pope. She loves the adoration and whatnot, but she's barely even been to Mass in her life, so let alone knowing what to do her all this by herself, so the whole place kind of falls into chaos. This time, she hangs on for a couple months, and the man thinks they're finally done with all this nonsense. Then, one day, he finds his wife in the Sistine Chapel, since apparently they got the actual Vatican. She's lying on the floor looking up. Hey, do you know that guy, she says, pointing up. He looks up. My eyes aren't that great. Should wish for that, he thinks. That's God, she says. The man steps back. No. No. I am not going to ask some magic fish to make you God. No, that would be blasphemous, the woman says. Just like God. You know, make the sun and the moon rise and set, control the weather, stuff like that. Maybe live forever. It's pretty amazing a fish could make you the Pope, you know, he says. I guarantee it can't make you God. How dare you talk to the Pope like that, she shouts, jumping up. Now go ask that stupid fish to make me like God, or so help me, I will get the Swiss Guard to arrest you. By then, there's like a full-on hurricane outside, and the ships are all getting wrecked all over the place. The man figures he'll probably die, but it doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world right about now. So he goes out there and he screams over the wind at the fish. The fish finally comes up to the surface. You're killing me, the fish says. Almost literally. What do you want now? World peace? No, nothing crazy like that, the man says. She wants to be like God. The fish got this crazy look in his eye now. Oh, really? Like God, eh? Do you know where God lives? Everywhere. From the biggest palace to the smallest cottage. He swims away. What are you trying to say? The man shouts after him, but he's already gone. The man goes back, and it's all gone. The Vatican, the armies, the large city that had grown up to support all the servants and cardinals and whatnot. It's just a woman sitting there in front of their little house, their original little rundown shack by the ocean. She looks kind of shell-shocked. Did you ask him? She asked. He sits down. Oh, I asked him. They're quiet for a bit. So you think you'll go out fishing today? She asks. The man looks at her like she's crazy. You go fishing if you want, she says. I'm becoming a farmer. The end. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit like, subscribe, whatever you like. If you know of anyone else who'd like these, send them a link to the video. Maybe put it on your social media, that kind of stuff. I'll see you next time.